What up, guys? GangstaPranksta here, bringing you the weekly wrestling and review for July 9th. This week I'll be reviewing Raw, Smackdown, Impact, and giving my predictions for Destination X. And let's just jump right into the reviews. First, we have John Cena. He comes out, he talks about CM Punk getting suspended over last week. He says it's wrong that he got suspended for speaking his mind. He talks about when Daniel Bryan was released for being too aggressive. I thought that was interesting that he brought it up. And then he says he wants answers from Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon will be there tonight. So that's cool. Whenever Vince is on Raw. Next we have Kelly and Eve versus the Bellas. The match was okay. Kelly and Eve win. Santino versus Kozlov versus David Otunga and Michael McGillicuddy. It was a pretty good match. Otunga and McGillicuddy win. After the match, Zack Ryder comes out and says, "Woo woo woo," you know it. There are rumors going around that if CM Punk does decide to leave, Zack Ryder will have a faction with Otunga and McGillicuddy. So that could be interesting. I don't know if they're gonna call it the Nexus, but we'll just have to wait and find out. Next we have Jack Swagger versus Sergeant Slaughter. They had a backstage segment that set this up. This was just a way of having Sergeant Slaughter say something for Independence Day for America. So I'm glad he didn't win and bury Jack Swagger, but I'm glad he got to, say whatever he said. I think he said the Declaration of Independence or something. I'm talking out my ass. I don't really know. I'm not American. I'm Canadian. After the match, Swagger attacks Slaughter, and then Bourne makes the save. And then we have Rey Mysterio versus R-Truth versus Del Rio. This is a number one contenders match. Really good match. Del Rio wins. Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero, they come out for like a special 4th of July birthday celebration. Vicky mainly said it was because Dolph was U.S. champion, so to celebrate him as a champion on like the 4th of July, whatever. Ziggler says he's the U.S. champ, and he cuts a promo telling everyone that he's better than Cena, Punk, and Orton, and he's the reason to watch Raw. Kofi Kingston comes out and says if it wasn't for Vicky, Dolph would never be U.S. champion. They go back and forth a little bit, and then they start brawling, and they knock Vicky Guerrero into a cake. Sorry about that. Probably going to have to edit that out, but whatever. Next we have The Miz versus Alex Riley. Good match. Alex Riley wins. After the match, Miz attacks Riley. To end the show out, we have Vince McMahon comes out. He talks about CM Punk. He says he suspended CM Punk because he deserved it. Cena comes out and talks about the First Amendment. Vince tells Cena not to be like Hogan. That was kind of funny. Vince says it's his company and he'll do what he wants. Cena says if CM Punk won't be rehired, then he will leave. He gives Vince the title and walks away. Vince says Punk will have his match, he's rehired, but if Cena loses, he's fired. Okay, so this, I thought it was extremely stupid. Why would Cena say, I'm gonna quit just because this guy isn't gonna get his title match? I thought this was fucking retarded. Like, Cena's just gonna give up the millions that he's making. He's gonna give up the WWE title, his long dream as a kid to be a wrestler, just so CM Punk will come back. This was retarded. It wouldn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Who the fuck would believe this? I wouldn't. I wouldn't give up my job just because CM Punk spoke his mind. You know, he talked shit about the boss, he got fired, you know? Fuck him. I'm not going to give up my position as top dog of the whole company just so somebody can come back. Especially when Punk talks shit about you. He said you're an ass kisser. And you're still going to fucking say, I quit. I'm gonna give up supporting my family. You know, CM Punk has to come back. No, this was fucking stupid. I think it might have killed the angle. We gotta see what happens next week, but this was not a good step for the angle. Especially saying, if Cena doesn't win, he's fired? Just fucking don't even have the match. We already know what's gonna fucking happen. Cena's gonna win. Unless they have a screw job finish. And I'll talk about that when I do my predictions for Money in the Bank. But yeah. Lots of ways they can go about this match. But the fact that they added the stipulation Cena will be fired if he doesn't win. It's a no fucking brainer. So Raw was okay. Next we have TNA Impact. Or Impact Wrestling. I gotta stop calling it TNA. I keep calling it TNA. I want to start calling it Impact Wrestling. So Impact Wrestling had Impact. And it starts with Bully Ray, Gunner, Scott Steiner in the ring. They call out Mr. Anderson. He comes out. They pretty much told him if Anderson doesn't join Immortal, then he's against them. Sting's music goes off. He's laughing in the rafters. Rocking the Joker face paint, of course. Angle appears out of nowhere, takes out Steiner and Gunner. And yeah, that's it. Next, we have Crimson versus Robert Roode. I thought it was a good match. Crimson won. Brian Kendrick comes out with Abyss's mask. Kendrick says he doesn't want violence. Okay, so he says he's going to give Abyss his mask back. Abyss comes out with a towel over his head. He gives Abyss the mask. And then he starts talking about... I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about. He was talking about, like, Christians and shit. Like, he was just everywhere in this promo. I couldn't really, like, pay attention. Yeah, it blew my mind, I guess. Yeah. Blew my mind. He gives Abyss the mask. Abyss beats the shit out of Kendrick, and that's about it. Next, we have Jack Evans versus Jesse Sorensen versus Anthony Nese. Good. I thought all three of them looked really good. Jack Evans looks extremely different. He grew out his hair. He dropped the gimmick where he's like a wigger. Basically, he's like a white kid trying to act black. He dropped that. He used to rock a do-rag and a wife beater and like some puffy pants. He doesn't do that anymore. He looks fucking different as shit. Was it the Anthony Nese guy? I don't know. I think it was Anthony Nese. He seems like he would be a good fit for the X Division. His shit looked good. He looked good in the ring. You know, he had a good build to him. He was okay on the mic when he cut his little promo introducing himself. So maybe he can get a contract. I don't know, some more tryouts. Jack Evans wins and he goes to Destination X. Next we have ODB and Jackie Moore versus Velvet Sky. Okay match. Velvet wins, so ODB and Jackie Moore are gone from TNA. Is it me, or can Velvet only win matches where it's 2 against 1? Like, she's been put in so many tag team matches, lost. Single matches, lost. But whenever she has, like, it's 2 people against her, fuck, hands down, money's on her. She will always come out with the win. Like last month, she beat Angelina and Winter in a handicap match, and then now she beat Jackie and ODB in a handicap match. So next, I assume she's going to beat Sarita and Rosita in a handicap match. Next, we have RVD versus AJ Styles versus Jerry Lynn versus Christopher Daniels. This was a good match. They didn't give it a lot of time, maybe like 7-8 minutes. That's sad to see, but whatever. RVD wins. Matt Morgan, James Storm versus Devon and D'Angelo Dinero. It was a pretty good match. Devon and D'Angelo Dinero win. They do a backstage segment with Hogan attacking Sting. This was fucking bad. Like, this was really bad. They kind of, like, panned. They had the camera, like, right on Hulk's shoulder, like, a little bit zoomed back. But it was pretty much over his right shoulder. And you can hear the punches sound like shit. It sounded so bad. And then when Hogan walks away after beating Sting, you can clearly notice it's a voiceover. He didn't say that while he was there, you know. It was a voiceover. He did that after the segment. It was just really bad. So the main event was supposed to be Gunner, Bully Ray Abyss, and Scott Steiner versus Kurt Angle and Sting, but Sting got attacked. He couldn't be in the match. So it's a 4-on-1 handicap match. It was okay. Anderson comes out at the end. He makes it seem like he's on Angle's side, but he attacks Angle, and allowing Immortal to win, and then he joins Immortal. So, yeah. Overall impact, not bad. So we got SmackDown. It starts off with everyone who's going to be in the SmackDown Money in the Bank. Josh Matthews interviews Daniel Bryan. Cody Rhodes interrupts him, says he's going to win the Money in the Bank. Wade Barrett gets on the mic, and then immediately, like, Sheamus comes out with the chair, hits a couple people with it, so everyone that's in the Money in the Bank match just walk out, they just leave the ring. I'm pretty sure 7 guys could have kicked one guy's ass, but whatever. Especially Kane. Fucking Kane? So, Sheamus gets on the mic, he says he's gonna win the Money in the Bank and cash it in the same night Orton beats Christian. Christian comes out and says he's gonna beat Orton at Money in the Bank. They go back and forth. Teddy Long comes out and says the main event is Sheamus versus Randy Orton. First match, Cody Rhodes and Teddy DiBiase versus Daniel Bryan and Ezekiel Jackson. Good match. DiBiase and Rhodes win. Jinder Mahal versus Trent Beretta. Quick squash match. Jinder Mahal wins. AJ Lee versus Tamina. This was okay. AJ wins. Kane versus Mark Henry. It was okay. Mark Henry wins. Tyson Kidd versus Sin Cara. Pretty good match. Sin Cara wins. Good to see Tyson Kidd on SmackDown. I wish this guy would be used more. Apparently he's used a lot in Superstars, but I don't watch Superstars. And yeah, so yeah, whatever. Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel versus the Usos. Pretty good. The Usos win. This was short. I wish they had a few more minutes. And then Orton versus Sheamus, pretty good match. Orton wins by DQ when Christian attacks Orton. Then Sheamus takes out Christian, and then Orton takes out Christian. So SmackDown was pretty good. I can't really complain about anything. So let me just give my predictions for Destination X, which is Sunday, which already happened. I'm recording this Monday. And the reason I'm recording this Monday is because I recorded this. Halfway through the upload, I realized, hey, I didn't do my predictions for Destination X. Let me fucking redo this shit. So I was pretty fucking angry. I haven't seen anything on the pay-per-view. I haven't watched it yet. I plan to later this week. So I don't know anything about the matches, so I'm just gonna give my predictions. First, we have an open challenge from Douglas Williams. God, I hope he faces P.D. Williams. P.D. Williams has to be on this pay-per-view. You know, the fans love him. He was a great X Division champion, even though TNA never really capitalized on that. I thought he was great. Him and Team Canada as X Division champion. Maple Leaf Muscle, I think it was, with Scott Steiner. He was X Division champion with them. Great match with Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, Christopher Daniels, Chris Sabin, AJ Styles. The list goes on and on. So I think Douglas Williams and P.D. Williams, they have the same last names. I think they can have an awesome match, but that's just me. Zema Ion versus Jack Evans versus Okay, so Douglas Williams versus P.D. Williams. I expect Douglas Williams to win because he's actually part of the TNA roster. So next we have Zema Eon versus Jack Evans versus Low Key versus Austin Aries. I swear to God, wasn't it supposed to be like a 12-man match and supposed to be an X Division match? That was the what the fuck's the word I want to say? The perception I got when TNA first started this little. They're gonna advance into someone gets a contract. I swear to God, they said it was like 8 people in an Ultimate X match, but this is just a Fatal 4-Way match. And we have Zema Ion versus Jack Evans, Low Key, and Austin Aries. I don't think Zema Ion is gonna win. I would love to see Jack Evans, Low Key, and Austin Aries all in the company. I think Austin Aries is definitely a talented dude. That dude should be in WWE. I think he'd be awesome. God, it's hard to say. Any one of these could win it, really. Because TNA has had Austin Aries before. They didn't really use him. They treated him like shit, to be honest. Same thing with Low Key. Jack Evans hasn't really been in TNA since the beginning. 2000, I think his last appearance was in like 2004. I'm gonna have to go with Low Key. I see maybe Austin Aries. Austin Aries, they need a good heel. If they want to start using the X Division better, you need a good heel. Austin Aries can be that fucking heel. He's a prick. He can fill that role. I'm better than you. Fuck you. Blah, blah, blah. So, I'd love to see Jack Evans. This guy's amazing. If you haven't seen Jack Evans, this guy can do every fucking flip in the book. He's so fucking athletic. He's just amazingly athletic, and low-key, he's awesome. I'm gonna have to go with Austin Aries. If TNA wants to do their X Division, Austin Aries is the man to build it around. Next we have Samoa Joe versus Kazarian. I'd like to see Samoa Joe win, just for the fact that he hasn't won matches recently. Like, he lost against Crimson at Slammiversary. He lost against Devon last week. This dude is on a fucking losing streak. Yeah, so either I'd like to see Kazarian. I like Kazarian and I like Joe, but I think Joe needs to win more. Next we have RVD versus Jerry Lynn. This match was supposed to happen last year at Hardcore Justice, the ECW pay-per-view. But Jerry Lynn got injured, so they couldn't have the match. It's kind of cool that they're having it on this. RVD's going to win because Jerry Lynn's not part of the roster. So yeah, RVD's going to win. Next we have an Ultimate X match. Alex Shelley, Robbie E, Shannon Moore, and Amazing Red. Holy shit, Shannon Moore is still in this company and considered the X Division? Shocking. Like, no, I'm really fucking shocked because they haven't used him in like a couple months. None of these guys, they don't use a fucking Amazing Red, Robbie E. I think Robbie E, in the beginning, not a lot of people liked him because he was doing the Jersey Shore thing, and to be honest, he wasn't that good. I think he's definitely improved. And who gets a title shot? Not Amazing Red, not Shannon Moore. Is Robbie E or Alex Shelley? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Robbie E. This guy definitely needs a push. He has the girl. He has pretty good mic skills. He's got the entrance. He's not bad in the ring. So he's almost a total package, I just think TNA needs to use him more. Use a lot of talent more, And they keep bringing in, we're going to do an ECW thing, so everyone has to take a fucking seat back. We're going to bring in a former WWE superstar. Talents have to sit the fuck back. Wait your turn. It's just like, fucking A. I hope these guys tear the house down. I hope this whole card just fucking shoves it up TNA's ass, because Bischoff is, well, from what I've read, he's not very supportive of the smaller guys. He thinks the X Division's a piece of shit. It doesn't draw money. It'll be cool to see if this pay-per-view can do like at the highest buy rates and just show that the fans want to see TNA or the X Division. And this pay-per-view could be a success, and TNA still won't use the X Division properly. So, yeah. Yeah, the main event here, TNA X Division Championship. Or no, there's 2 more matches. Abyss versus Brian Kendrick for the X Division title. I see Brian Kendrick winning this and just like shoving it in Eric Bischoff's face because they had the little thing a couple weeks ago, blah, blah, blah. I don't know where Abyss is going to go from here. You know, do something with Immortal. Yeah, I really don't know. And then we got AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels. This match could be a contender for match of the year. I think this could be match of the night. This could be great. I love Christopher Daniels. I think he's an extremely underrated wrestler. They did a great promo package for him on Impact. Just like all the injuries he's been through. And he's like, I wouldn't be doing all this crazy shit if I didn't love wrestling. And I'm like, damn straight, motherfucker. This guy loves wrestling. These two both love wrestling, and I expect them to have a wrestling match. They're going to have a great match. Oh, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. I think AJ is going to win. He's kind of like the poster child of the X Division. First X Division champion, So that's about it. Just some news things. Taz will not announce the pay-per-view. Jeremy Borash is going to do it. Whatever, I don't really care. Jeff Jarrett's bringing in... He's going to be back on Impact next week. And holy fuck, he's going to bring a surprise that's going to change the landscape of TNA. He's going to bring the biggest surprise ever. Never heard this before. Fuck off. Fuck off with that shit. Stop saying this shit, TNA. We're going to change TNA forever. Forever. You changed it a lot when Hogan came in. It went from really good to being a piece of shit. Can't wait to see what this is. And last but not least, some sad news. TNA wrestling performer Sarita announced this evening on her Facebook account that she is suffering from facial paralysis and therefore missed her scheduled appearance in Mexico. She wrote, "Due to facial paralysis that I recently suffered, I was unable to wrestle yesterday, nor today in Mexico. I'm focusing on my recovery, and I offer a sincere apology to everyone." This sucks to hear, because she's not making that much money in TNA. You only make money when you appear on TV, and she hardly appears. So, yeah, that definitely sucks for her. Better, Sarita, and, that could be career ending. So that sucks for her. That's about it. There's nothing else really. So I'm gonna end this. Hope you guys enjoyed the matches. If you have any match suggestions, leave them in the comment. Send me a message, whatever you want. See you guys next week. I review Destination X, give my predictions for Money in the Bank, review Raw, Smackdown, Impact, blah blah blah. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you missed last week's episode, annotation, list of matches in the description if you didn't follow the annotations. And that's about it. Have a good day, guys. Peace out.
The Frankensteiner. Van Dam likes a quick pace. Likes to use not only his feet, but also his entire body as a weapon. He's thrown his opponent out of the ring again. Oh! Rob Van Dam has the headlock. He's in big trouble. Rob Van Dam from Battle Creek, Michigan. Got his start in the mid-90s in ECW, where he developed a cult-like following. In fact, was it you, King? that coined the name Mr. Monday Night?
Yeah, well, my memory's not so good. But if I did, I haven't seen one royalty check from it. That kick almost took his head off. What's he doing? What's he doing with those steps? Oh, look at this! DDT!
Oh, how much pain must that neck be in now? Rob Van Dam's extremely athletic, extremely fast, and extremely RVD. Vintage Rob Van Dam. RVD. And there's the unique offense of Rob Van Dam. One, two, and the shoulder of the nightmare comes up. Rob Van Dam has the arm.
He's got him.
RVD looking. RVD. 5-star frog splash. And this has got to be it. One, two.